Hello, my name's Katie. I moved to Bristol in 2010 to start University of West of England and stayed ever since, and I've been part of this church for just under 5 years now. I've grown up in a Christian family, been going to church pretty much all my life, made a commitment when I was 6 years old, was baptised when I was 9, have had a few years of a little bit of sort of wondering when I was in my early 20s, but still firm in going with God now. I currently work for the ambulance service in Bristol. I work as part of their clinical tutor team, which is a job I absolutely love and have enjoyed doing sort of the last just over a year. In March this year, I was offered a fixed term contract for 12 months. That would take me up to March 2018 with no guarantee of a job past that. So I had to give up sort of job security really long term to stay in the team. And when I was making that decision, I just felt so much peace about making that decision and knowing that God was with me. This is what God wanted me to do. And although, humanly speaking, I couldn't see what was going to happen past that date, I knew that that was the right thing to do. And I've made the decision now over the last few weeks that I'm actually going to leave the ambulance service once that contract's finished. And that's a decision I've been thinking about and praying about for quite a couple of years now. And just know that God's got so much more prepared and planned for me outside of the ambulance service, working with children and in the creative arts element. And it's been a difficult decision. It's been something that every day I sort of have to check that it's what I want to do and it's what God wants to do. But ultimately, I trust in a God that sees a bigger picture and sees me and sees what I'm capable of. And like I said, although it's leaving everything I know, it's going to be an amazing opportunity, and I'm excited to see what God has in store moving forward. One thing that I would say that's probably I've wrestled with for since I was a teenager for many years is that whole idea of identity and who I am as a person, who I am in society, where's my place and where do I fit into this. And being a paramedic, you have that sense of sort of that role, that identity, that person that everyone looks to, and when you wear that uniform. But when I take that uniform off, who actually am I deep down? I go to church on a Sunday, I lead the kids groups, you're that happy, smiley person, but actually when I walk away, who am I deep down inside? And that's something that's been wrestled with so many times, so many years. And I looked to relationships in the past to find that sort of identity in friendship groups, throw myself into work, so many different things. And it's a day-to-day challenge. Each day I have to think about who I am in God and turn to God and trust in him. And that, I believe, over that journey and that time I've sort of wrestled with God, it gives you that confidence to be bold and step out and make those decisions, which sounds sometimes like ludicrous, and why would you be making those decisions? But knowing that I have that identity in God and that I can trust in him. And some days that's amazing and I want to shout it from the rooftops. Other days that's just quietly turning around to God and saying, I know you're there, but I'm not feeling it. Or I know you're in this, but I just can't see where you are. And I've seen that so many times sort of in my life where things have happened and I can't explain why that's been. So an example I think about way back was I completed my paramedic course and didn't get a job anywhere for months because of stupid little things. I was doing wrong application forms and things like that. And I really felt that God wanted me to be in Bristol. This is where I wanted to stay. And I eventually got a job in Bristol. It was amazing. I got a house sorted. It was all really excited. And then the day I moved to Bristol, my house completely fell through. I had to leave. I had to find somewhere to move. And that was really scary. And I sort of said to God, where were you in this? Because this is where I felt you wanted me to be. And I ended up living with an amazing friend and supporting her through a difficult time. And it was a long journey because I was out of Bristol for probably about 6-7 months and was sort of living in the sticks in Chippenham with not knowing many people. But I felt during that time I learned it and sort of realised God's got it sorted. So we're here, it's Christmas, we're enjoying some carols, going to enjoy some lovely mince pies at the end. And I just really encourage you, amongst all this festivity, to just stop and have a little think about, what do I think about all this? What do I think about God stuff? And think about where do I fit into life, and can God be a part of that?